Hey ho, Lydia Dupra here, aka the Whole Mentor, and I mentor hoes. That's right, hoes! And today I am 30 and recovering from some procedures. More plastic surgery? Well, yeah, shut up. But also, honestly, it's really not, because I've been reversing some stuff. So these bruises are from reversing filler underneath my eyes. I was just way too puffy. The filler is really old. It migrated. So I dissolved it. And then I got a second round of Kybella, finally, right? I wanted to wait until I lost weight before I started getting Kybella. So I lost 20 pounds since December. The first treatment I got of Kybella was it was over the summer, which of course I made a YouTube about. And people are like, was it worth it? Was it worth it? And I was like, honestly, I lost so much weight, I don't actually know. So now that I'm in a weight where I feel like comfortable at, although I still want to lose more, that's another video, I decided to get Kybella again. And so yeah, I'm really swollen, but again, I was not adding to my face. I'm actually taking away filler, taking away fat. We are sculpting the Heaux. We are revealing the Heaux beneath the surface. What does I call it? Plastic surgery. Let's call it modesting. I'm make-undering. Loving it. Don't even try and talk to me about my roots. Chantel will not do my hair again until we hit like at least 6 weeks so it does not fall off. Trust me, I tried to get my roots done at 2 weeks. Okay, so I figured I would use this video to talk to you about things that I learned in my 20s, things I wish I would have known, but I'm very happy to arrive at my 30s with. And I'm planning on just speaking off the cuff. First thing I would like to tell you is it's okay to say no. My entire 20s, I felt very pressured to say yes to everyone and everything for fear of rejection. Or just, I don't know, I feel like when you're younger, you still kind of have like that parent authority mindset where like you feel like if someone's older or somehow perceived superior to you, you're like supposed to do what they say. No, you could literally do anything you want. Like you could totally say no, and you probably should if it's something that you don't want to do outside of like, like paying your bills. You should pay your bills. Another thing I learned is, this is gonna sound so cheesy, but it's true. You're only as young as you feel. I feel younger at 30 than I did when I was in my 20s. I was overworked in my 20s. I was depressed, and I was on drugs, and that stuff can really age you, like mentally, of course, and physically as well. So like I said, I feel like I'm 21 now. I felt actually younger. So just know there's that to look forward to. I also feel like there was a sense of optimism that I had in my 20s that I wouldn't even say it's a sense of optimism. I think it's a naivety that will never return, which I used to miss. And I thought like, oh, my 20s were the happiest times of my life. Like, I'll never get that back. And really what it was is I had this insane amount of optimism while being naive. And it was really hard for me to make decisions, based off of reality. So honestly, even though I thought I was happier in my 20s, I'm so much more grounded now. And I think because I'm not naive, I mean, probably it's still a little bit, but because I'm not naive in the same way, like that cynicism that has come in is really just a tool that I've earned to help me make better choices, like in my personal and professional life. So you have that to look forward to. I'm definitely better in bed, for sure. I also realized that aging will not stop. It's inevitable. Sorry. Start thinking about it now. That's one thing I did right in my 20s. I had been getting Botox since I was 21. People thought I was crazy. And you know what? I don't think I look 30 years old. People peg me for like early 20s. Like, no one has ever thought that I've been over 25 in a really long time. So, okay. I don't mind looking 23. I think 23 is a good age to look. But seriously, don't mind this. Like, this is definitely aging me right now. But, what else? I learned that you never really know somebody until you experience tragedy with them. And then even then, you really don't. I think you truly know somebody when they have nothing to gain from you being in their life and they still choose to keep you there. That's what you have to look at, because, you know, I've had to like restart my whole entire social circle literally just a few years ago. I think Susie Q was the first new person that I brought into my life that has stayed, and literally everyone in my life before that is now gone. And yeah, when you stop being useful to someone, say maybe you get sick, your financial situation changes, you're going through personal tragedy, that's when you figure out who's really loyal to you. Don't listen to them. Just know that when that day comes, then you'll know. And until then, you know, embrace people. Don't change the way you would treat them, but just know. If someone makes you feel crappy, that's more important than what they do or say. People are like, oh, it's actions over words. There's another layer to that, and it's intentions and feelings and results over all of that. So there's people I've had in my life who like would make me laugh, and they would say great wise things, and I would be like, wow, they're so smart, or, you know, I'm so lucky to have them. And I'm like, but how come every time I see this person I feel terrible about myself, or I feel insecure? You're just being manipulated and you don't realize it, but you feel the effects of it. So I would say pay attention to how people make you feel over absolutely anything else, because that's what matters. Yeah, and trust me, I just figured that out like a few years ago. I also learned it is never too late to start over or to try something new. I also felt like in my 20s that was my only shot at like getting things done the right way. I felt my biological clock ticking like crazy. I thought by 23 I would have an entire family, be married, have the house, the whole joint. And I felt like, okay, this is my 20s. I'll never be better looking than this. I'll never have like my fresh start again. Like, this is it. No, it's not. It's literally not. Like, you could literally, like, I feel like I've restarted my life over so many times, because I mean, I literally have, like, with new companies, you know, with my personal life changing. There is actually no rush. Like, take your time, have fun. Like, you will, as you age, you will have more responsibilities. It's just inevitable. And you know what? I hope you do, because that means you're growing and succeeding in life. So it's something to look forward to because of the rewards that come with responsibilities. And if you know how to delegate properly, it's fine. I've taken the last 3 days off. I've literally just like hung out in bed and I just said eated and ate snacks while my businesses were fully operational. So I'm telling you, you can do it right. It's not that bad. Check out my program, Mastermind Hustle. It will help you like sort it out. That was an unintentional plug, but still plug. So yeah, your 20s is not your only shot to find happiness, to find success, to find love, to start a family. None of that. Like, you could, like, again, like, there's celebrities having babies at 50. I think you should enjoy, like, to me, the way I see 20s is still part of your childhood. So enjoy that, especially if you're like me and never had a childhood. Like, I'll never have that. And I'm trying to reclaim it in my 30s. I'm like, no, I'm still gonna have a childhood before I have a child. Like, I know I said I didn't want kids, but like, I don't know, I could see it. And I did my cards, my tarot cards, and they were like, you're gonna be a mom. Like, heads up, you are, and it's gonna be perfect. I was like, okay, possibly twins. Oh, but I was a twin, it makes sense. So I feel like because I probably will have a kid, it's like very important for me to, you know, do certain things. But also when you have a kid, if you're able to delegate responsibility, if you have nannies and stuff, you have enough help, like, you can still be everything that you want to be. Like, Beyonce has kids, Kim Kardashian has kids, and you know what, they have a whole staff. So aspire for that, because I aspire to have an entire staff because I don't have any family. I'm terrified of being a single mom. But you know what, if I have a staff, if I have that village, okay, fine. I guess I could mentor someone full time. That's how I look at it. I'm like, I could mentor a child from the ground up. They'd have their first business by 10. They would own their first property by like 16, maybe before that. They could be like a mentor to other children. They could be a leader in their community. It would be so So I don't know. I think it might be important work. New generation. Try not to have that COVID baby though. Ugh, what a trend. You know, they're like baby boomers. Like the next generation will be like COVID kids. So yeah, I'd say those are the key things. And I know I would love to just like be confident, but it takes time. People ask me all the time, how are you so confident? And I'm like, I got 10 years on you. I was like, it took me at least that long to like find out who I am, what my morals are, my ethics, and then how to assert yourself without being a total bitch. Because that is something I did not learn either until much later in my late 20s, how to be assertive without being a bitch. It's so hard, especially for a woman, because you naturally want to be like, hey, this person's crossing a boundary, I'm gonna attack them. But that's just not the way to do it. So I've learned ways to just be like, hey, I'm setting a boundary, you're crossing a line. Hey, I'm coming to you from a place of respect, please reciprocate it. You know, things like that. I feel like I've had minimal issues asserting myself, especially since I've started business. Because it is so hard to start a business as a woman, as a hoe, and then having a very public career, you know, as being a hoe, being a scandal. I feel like it's hard to respect me, like, from square one, just because of my past. So it's like being assertive without being a bitch has always been very important to me since I started these companies. So I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna get people to take me seriously? So if you want people to take you seriously, you do need to prioritize that. Also, stop fighting. Fighting is so stupid. It's not worth it. Also, fighting hurts, and there's so much risk in there. So like when people say I'm too pretty to fight, like I actually believe that now. So try not to fight. You know, there could be legal stuff that comes with it. You might get your nose broken, and then you have to get a whole new one. It's a whole thing, dude. And also, when you touch people, you transfer your energy onto them, and you receive theirs. So if you're fighting, that's a transfer of like explosive negative anger from a person who freaking hates you. So try to think of that as well. That's another thing that I have really learned, like as I've come into spirituality and like really focused on connecting with my ancestors and witchcraft and all of that, I've learned the value and true understanding and effects of energy exchange with people. And I've really slowed down, you know, with my connections. I'm less generous with my energy. I don't want people to touch me. The people that I have sex with has been reduced so greatly. In the past 6 months, I have been with 2 people. That's it. And I feel like I'm in a good place. I feel protected by that. And I chose partners who are invested in me. And it's an even energetic exchange. So I've been able to pick partners, you know, yes, of course, based on attraction, but also on the value that they bring my spirit, because I don't want any energy to be taken from me. I believe personally that we have a limited amount of energy. It's Buddhists believe that. They believe that you only have a certain amount of breaths, and that's why they're always meditating and trying to slow their breath. So I'm not that way, but I believe that we have like an energy force, and it's like you can't lose some energy and then just make it back. Like, oh, like I'll just get it back. Like it's not money. Like that's your shit. So I just don't want to share because it takes me time to like rebuild up the energy that was depleted, and then I can't. Like I have companies to run. We've been crazy viral. Like all of May, the last 3 weeks of May, I've gotten like millions of views on TikTok since my Instagram was taken down. So that was also really dope. I still take my Instagram back. I swear I'm gonna do it. I just honestly been enjoying the break, and I've been able to focus on creating content for TikTok, which is now my largest platform. So if you're not following me there, you should. The Whole Mentor Official is my username. I've also had more faith in things out of my control. And that's the way I've learned to cope with things going out of control. I used to have I don't really have anxiety anymore. Very, very rarely. I never was able to have a healthy way to cope with things that were out of my control. And I would just ruminate and kind of just spiral. Now, I've had enough experiences where I've learned that when something major happens that's out of your control, you need to trust the process, and that something better that you couldn't have imagined on your own will happen. And that's why it needed to happen in a catastrophic way. Like, even look, the most recent example of that is my Instagram getting deleted. What is the bright side to that? The bright side is I went to TikTok and went viral to the point where my sales are up 1,000%. It's up over 1,000%. We literally sold out of almost everything in the store. There was a day just a few days ago where sales like kind of stopped, and I was like, what's going on? So I checked the site and I'm like, oh, everything is sold out. That wouldn't have happened if I was so focused on my Instagram. So it's like, even when it got deleted, I wasn't tripping. I was like, okay, for whatever reason, this was part of a bigger picture that I didn't see. I am being guided. I am favored by the universe. Law of attraction, blah, blah, blah. Manifesting, I also learned that in the past decade. So important. You need to understand, you're constantly manifesting. Your entire life is a direct result of every thought you have ever had. That is why you're exactly where you are, because of the things that you have thought about, which led you to the actions that you took. So just, if you don't believe in manifesting, just know you always are manifesting. You can manifest a freaking cup of coffee by literally going to get one. So with that in mind, knowing that it is true and always happening, try to adjust your thoughts to something positive and you'll start manifesting better things. I bet you a little shook right now. I hope you're taking notes. I learned that you'll change 1,000 times. My morals have changed over the years. My preferences and certain things have changed over the years. I'm lucky that I've always kept the same goals, like always wanting to be a businesswoman, always wanting to like prioritize love over anything else, which is probably not a good idea, as we've seen. But you're gonna change, but I don't want you to lose your sense of self in that process. So even if you change your clothing style, don't let that make you feel like I don't know who I am anymore, because it's just clothes, dude. It doesn't have to change who you are, what you believe in, or what you're working towards. So you're just always that woman, and you have to move forward with that mentality that like every change is an opportunity for growth. There is no such thing as a setback that won't benefit you in the long run, because you're building experience, wisdom, and strength. And you just cannot get that type of wisdom without experiencing negative things. And when positive things happen, you'll appreciate it. You will be able to celebrate and be like, yes, bro, like, I worked so hard for that. So again, it's inevitable, and it's essential to you really coming into being a woman. Also, something that changed for me is I stopped calling myself a girl. I would always be like, I'm a girl. No, bitch, I'm a woman. And just even calling myself a woman has made me feel more confident. So don't let people call you a girl. Don't let people call you a female, unless you're fine with it. But like, bitch, you are a woman, okay? You are a woman. The second you get your period, boom, woman. Okay? You're a woman at any age. Also, yeah, people can suck at any age. Just because someone's older than you doesn't mean that they're gonna be smarter than you, or better for you than a younger person. A younger person can teach you so much about life that you didn't know. And yeah, don't judge people by their age. I used to judge people by their age and be like, you're a grown up, you're a kid, I'm a kid. No, bro, that has nothing to do with it. But yeah, look forward to your wisdom. And I guess I don't want to drag on, but I guess the last thing, going back to beauty is really important. It's a form of currency, okay? I have been beautiful. I have been a 5, okay? The world treats you differently based on the way that you look. So if you want to have the best quality of life, you need to look your best. You will not be living your best life if you do not look your best. I'm telling you, trust me on this. That is a fact. Just like there's all types of forms of currency, right? We all know about money. Got it. Social currency, right? Like people with a lot of followers can get free stuff and they can make money just off their 1 million followers or whatever it is. So just do not forget that beauty is a currency. Anti-aging is very important, and you will look older for longer than you look young. It doesn't stop. Aging doesn't stop. It feels like every day I'm like, oh my God, what was that? Oh my God, why do I have one of those? It doesn't stop. Start now. You are never too young to invest in anti-aging stuff. So just, I'm telling you, I thought I would never get old. I was like depressed and thought I was gonna die. And here we are, I made it to 30. Woo! But also that just means I'm gonna spend the rest of my life trying to look young, as you should. Don't feel guilty for wanting to look your best. I feel like people always try to shame me. Like, ugh, why do you care so much about your looks? Because I wanna live my best life. I wanna look in the mirror and, you know, love myself back. And sorry, that's a part of it, is looking and feeling your best. So, but yeah, just know that you will be older longer than you are young. So make those investments now. Okay, good talk. Those are the most important things I learned in my 30s. If I remember anything else, I'll let you know. But that's it. Those are like bam, bam, bam. It took me a decade to learn them. So take this video a little bit deeper than you would take most of my videos. It's important. And hopefully I can save you some struggles or just open your mind up to a place where you can accelerate your growth. I don't know why I'm getting like teary-eyed. I'm just like thinking about you growing up. You're gonna be so good at it. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting teary-eyed. Yeah. I guess I'm just thinking about like, God, my 20-year-old self, and just like so many times I'm gonna be like, girl, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Run away. Put it down. It's not worth it. Like so many times. So yeah, I guess I'm feeling bad for her. I'm also like excited for you. I'm so excited for me too, because like I said, you can start over at any time. I literally feel younger now than I did when I was in my 20s. So age is just a number. Yeah, and I'm so excited for my future. So, okay, I'm gonna go. Happy tears. And look. Cake. I have cake right here. It's gonna be fine. Susie sent me cake and so much snacks in the middle of the night. And like literally 1 o'clock in the morning, I got Uber Eats. She sent me Uber Eats with like Jack in the Box. So I'm rationing it. Okay. I swear I'm happy. Also follow my new Instagram. It's my backup account. The username is just Lydia Dupra. TikTok, The Heaux Mentor Official, and on Twitter, The Heaux Mentor. Also, it's my birthday, bitch. Subscribe to my channel. And buy something from Heaux Cosmetics. It's the least you could do. No, okay.